Hey, you're watching Velo News TV. I'm Neil Rogers here with HealthNet Maxxis rider Rory Sutherland before the start of Stage 3 of the Tour de Georgia. Rory, I know you raced the Sea Otter. I guess that was Saturday. Flew out on Sunday. Started Tour de Georgia Monday. Talk a little bit about the jet lag, about the travel, about how the race is going for you.
I think by the end of yesterday's stage, end of Stage 2, it's kind of, I'm feeling a bit better. It took me a little while to get into it, but that's what we planned for when we were looking at having to kind of do the Sea Otter Saturday and red-eye flight it overnight and get here by Sunday. But realistically, the first 2 days on paper are not the hardest, and it's something that you can get your legs going, and we've got more than enough capable guys to look after the front when I can kind of just ease into things.
Are you the only guy from HealthNet that did both Sea Otter and Georgia?
No, Kirk did it as well, and Mike, the director, had to fly with us, so I made it feel a little bit better that there was more than one of us.
Kirk OB, now he was the last-minute replacement for Phil Zajac, who was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, is taking medication, and could not get the UCI to issue a therapeutic use exemption in time. We'll talk a little bit about that. I know you and Phil were sort of going to be the two protected guys within the team. Does that put any more pressure on you, and is the team a little bit fired up, a little bit angry about that?
I don't think he'd be. That's the system, That's the way that it works, and there's not anything anybody can do about it, We hope that Phil's obviously getting better, and they're the rules of the UCI, and they're the ones you kind of you have to abide by as well. It is obviously disappointing for us because we would have loved to have him here and see how he goes up Brasstown, which is something that's obviously a lot more in his side of things than it is for me. But I've missed him in some of the races this year already, and that's made it a little bit more pressure at times be put on me, but you don't really have a choice in those situations. You just do it.
Sure. Now, we saw you in breakaways in the last 2 days of Tour of California. We haven't seen you in the breakaways yet here. Is that something we can look forward to seeing? I mean, it looks like today, another flat stage, is an opportune day for you?
I think in California it was luck, and the conditions had to be right and all that kind of stuff. That's generally the way, I guess, breakaways work, is that you really need to be not only just on the ball that day, but everything needs to kind of fall into place to get you in that move. And that was, yesterday for the whole team wasn't from lack of trying. So, I'd love to say I'll be in there one of these days, but you try your best to do it. But if it works, it works, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So that's just the way it works, I guess.
A lot of control at the front of the race from teams like Gerald Steiner, Astana.
Yesterday was pretty crazy with trying to get a move to go. 65 Ks of racing at 45 plus K an hour is not something I guess you get that is normal kind of trait here in the US, and especially when it seems like there's so much more a broader range of good riders throughout all the teams, that every team's looking to do the same thing, and that makes it, obviously, you can see yesterday, it gives a group of 2 guys at once or 5 guys, someone misses it and it has to be shut down. Everyone's got an opportunity here, and every team's got great riders that can finish off the day.
How funny is it that Justin England, a climber, was off the front of the race for 60 miles yesterday and didn't come away with the most aggressive rider's jersey, and yet Frank Pipp, your sprinter, darted up a 150-meter rise in the closing circuits and is going to wear the KOM jersey for the next 3 days. Yeah,
well, that's great for Frank, and that's great for our team. I obviously feel a little bit sorry for Justin, but at the end of the day, they got airtime, and that's the job he had to do for his team, and I think that's, even though you don't get to the finish and you don't actually get anything physically by the end of it, what he did for their sponsor and what he did for their team and the morale is exactly what you need to do for a race. So I admire the move, to be honest.
Yeah.